Dr. J. I'm so excited to have her here today. We go way back. She actually was my professor teaching psychology, which I got an A in. And here was PG Community College, my alma mater. So I have her here, and I just want to say, thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm excited. I'm going to keep saying it.
That's okay.
Because I
That's
really
right.
am. You have book, author, teacher, doctor, professor, mother. The list goes on.
That sounds like
how did you get started with this?
Which part? The teacher,
the teacher, the mother, pick one.
I got married, and then we had kids, like, years later. The teacher thing started back in 2003. Yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years. And while I was in grad school, my teacher told me, I think that you should look into being an adjunct. I'm like, for what? I had no interest in teaching whatsoever. And he was like, well, you had a presentation. I really liked it. I think you engaged people, so why don't you just try it out? So then I was like, okay, that's fine, kind of put it in the back of my mind. But then when I moved down here, because my husband he's from Largo, I moved down here, and I couldn't find a job after getting my master's degree. So I'm sitting trying to find out options, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to call PG because I need to do something. The adjunct professor thing popped in my head because I'm like, I need some money.
You mentioned that.
And I was actually waiting for a DC government job to let me know that if I got it or not. So while I was waiting, I contacted PG and contacted the director, and she called me in the very next day. And I'm telling you, it was definitely godsend because she looked at me, interviewed me, and was like, look, I need someone for the fall, and I need someone that can take over 2 psychology courses. And I was like, cool, I'll do it. She gave me the books. I was walking out the door.
So then we fast forward 10 years later, and maybe not 10, but the book.
Yeah.
I have to display. This book is pretty good. Not. And it's called Free to Form.
From the Street to the Executive Suite, remixing street smarts and life lessons for leadership success.
So what sparked this book?
My doctoral program. This is actually my project.
Okay.
We had a choice of what we wanted to do, whether it was build a curriculum for college, it was write a book, it was to build a training seminar. It's an applied degree, which is the Doctor of Strategic Leadership.
Okay.
So where we still do research, it's not as research-based, it's not statistical, it's more of how do you learn the concepts and actually show how you can apply to the community or anybody that's interested in building leadership skills.
Okay.
So I came up with the book. I was going to do a curriculum, but then I found out I was pregnant with my number 2 while in grad school. I had both of my kids while in pursuing my doctorate. So I was like, I needed something quicker to do. So it took about 5 months to produce the actual project. However, I started it with papers that I had actually written over my entire span of the career. And started building, and I saw a theme. And I always wanted to do something, and as you know, when I teach, I try to bring it to the layman's terms. All that technical, theological, not theological, excuse me, nothing wrong with theological stuff, but theoretical stuff. I just feel like it's an easier way to explain it.
Yes.
So I put it in here. Exactly. So that's why I put the book together. I really feel like, and the reason why I call it From the Street to the Executive Suite, because I grew up in Baltimore. And, of course, champions, Ravens, but anyway. I grew up there, and I just know that people can do so much better for themselves if they understand which ways to do it.
So back to the book, you discussed leadership. And your, definition, everyone has their own. What makes a leader?
At minimum, you need 1 follower.
That's so simple.
That's it.
That's so simple.
At minimum, you need 1 follower. Attract 1 person off of something that you created. You're a leader.
Okay,
really at minimum. At minimum.
Okay.
But the thing is, you have to internalize leadership and know that you are able to influence other people.
Right.
Also, you're a leader of your own life, and that's what I normally speak about. Leading your own life.
I like that.
Actually, your 1 follower is initially yourself. So how are you going to lead the life that you want to live? The mantra of my business, like consulting, is discover what you like to become who you love. So you have to lead your life in the direction that you desire it to go. So that way, you can love yourself and love your life and, love the life you lead.
So with the questions, you gave me some really, really good advice. And I read it and I'm like, this is really, really good. It applies to me. If anyone reads this, it would apply to them with any, desire that they have. And so I would like to like elaborate on the advice that you shared with the questions. They will see it anyway on the site, but you know, for those that may not read all the questions and they may listen to the video, I don't want anyone to miss this because it's very valuable information.
Thank you. Basically said that when you approach the things that you desire to do, you need to approach them diligently. You want to make sure that you are better than you were before each time you make a step toward your ultimate goal.
Yes.
So, I mean, of course, you have people that, you know, you have the boxers, you know, and they train for a long time, and then they go into the ring and they get belts, whether it's welterweight, whether it's heavyweight, or whatever. But you're seeing when they get that belt, you're seeing that they are the best at their craft in that particular division or whatever. But they bettered themselves each time with that training. So what it taught me, or the reason why I utilize that mantra, so to speak, is because I used to stress myself out all of the time trying to be the best. I need to get a 4.0. I need to do this. I need to make sure this paper is done on time and perfect and blah, 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 right in APA style, you know, that kind of stuff.
MLA, APA, depending on the class.
Yes, exactly. So I was stressing myself out just trying to be the best at what I did and not just trying to get better.
Right.
And I found that I developed myself because I tried to be the better person. So I just say that each day when you're trying to get toward your ultimate goal, just do a little at a time and become better at your craft. Now, if you're innovative and it's the first time that anybody has ever seen your product or the thing that you do, you might be the best at it. But be prepared to stay relevant because somebody's going to come in and say, okay, I can do that. I can be against you. I'm going to compete against you with your idea.
I like it.
Continue to be better, and then, you know, eventually become the best.
Word of the day. Better. One writes a book and they have like that favorite, you know, topic, a favorite subject. You know, it can be as simple as a quote. So with Mixing the Streets, what's your favorite topic or in the book?
Let me say the reason why, before I say what it is, the reason why it was my favorite topic, or still is my favorite topic, is because it motivated me to complete the book. Because I needed a last chapter. And in the book, I basically try to take real life experiences and translate them into leadership concepts and success. So I have a chapter that's called Dating and Elevating. So I use my experiences as far as dating, the challenges of dating, trying to find that perfect person, you know, as far as meeting somebody in person, meeting somebody online, etc. And so there's a chapter that talks about how me and my husband met, and we met online on a social network. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could plug it.
I remember. That's all I wanted to say it.
Blackplanet.com was the website, and we weren't on there to meet. It wasn't like the black love that came later, and you know, you trying to find somebody. But you know, I met some really good dudes on blackplanet.com. Some of the relationships didn't work, but I finally met this guy, and it did. So the part about dating and elevating is basically, the bottom line is that
I have this section of my show, and it's random. It's called The Word Up. And so basically what it is whatever I say, you say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, you sure you want me to do that?
Yes. I love it. It's raw, it's real, it's honest, and I love it. So whatever I say, you cannot skip the answer. That is the one rule. I let one person skip, I can't allow it.
All right. You're asking for it. That's all. Y'all asking for it. Okay.
It's real simple.
Okay.
Maya Angelou.
Author.
Okay. Influences.
Hip hop.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. All right. Failure.
Devastation.
Opportunity.
Today.
I like it. Okay. Food.
All bad.
I like food too. It's okay. Leadership.
God.
Your favorite book.
Oh goodness. I have to admit, I'm not a huge reader, but I did like Their Eyes Were Watching God.
That's a testament to the book.
Yes, that's true. Their Eyes Were Watching God. That's an old book. Woman, Thou Art Loose. That's a really good book. That brought some tears to my eyes.
This concludes this showcase with the Ashley Agency. I want to thank Dr. J Dr. Janice Armstrong,
Yes.
all of them, for coming out and just working with the Ashley Agency today. I am happy to have her a part. I'm happy to have her book here. For more information, you can find this on the site. As I encourage everyone, subscribe. There you can find information on the book. There you can find more of the showcase, more of the video. Until our paths cross again, keep dreaming. This your girl next door. We're out.
Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Janice Armstrong. I'm going to put my real name out there. Also known as Dr. J, the leading lady to help you lead your life. I want to encourage you to get from the street to the executive suite, remixing street smarts and life lessons into leadership success. It is my baby. I want you to love it as much as I do. It's actually a book and a workbook. There are 5 activities, an activity after each chapter that's influenced by the chapter that you can actually start to build your goals. And at the end of the book, there's also an action plan that you can fill out. It's a living document, meaning that you can change it as much as you want to in order to achieve your goals. It's basically to influence you never, ever to stop, never to give up. And I also want to say that if you need to get in contact with me, you can go to my website, www.likeleaders.com. That's L-I-H-K, leaders, L-E-A-D-E-R-S.com. And you can also order the book there. If you order there, you'll get an autographed copy. I also do life and leadership coaching. So if you're interested in those services, you can put in a request. And I also do speaking engagements.
Yes, everything.